Okay, before we enroll the device into the KC console, there are a few important steps to go through. First is the login. You will receive a welcome email to initiate your account. That email will include the KC console web address, your login account, and a temporary password. Once you log in for the first time, make sure to change your password right away. So here for the demo, I will directly log in with my credentials. First, I will input my username, it's my email address, and password. Here, I enter into the KiwiCloud console dashboard. On the left side, you can see the menu. Here are all the functions that we will use in the following sessions. The first thing we need to check after we enter into the dashboard is the system settings. We can click the system management here, and we go to the organization management. Here on the very end, you can see the lessons tab. Under the lessons tab, you will see the product lessons information. First thing we need to check is the product expiration date. And next, we can scroll down here to see our subscription plan. As you can see here, mine is KiwiCloud Enhanced Plan. So we will check the source and the number of devices under each source accordingly. So just to make sure all this information is correct. After the lessons checking, we will go to the system settings to do the security settings checking. Here we can see the two-factor authorization. We can enable or disable it according to your enterprise management requirement. And another one is password policy. You can also modify the password policy by enabling this function. After this, we will move to the last tab, as you can see, Others. Under Others, we will check the device naming rules. Actually, we are going to define this device naming rules. It is kind of important before we enroll our device. Once this device naming rule is defined, every time we enroll our device, it will automatically name the device with our customized requirement. As you can see here, there are 3 parameters. Because we are going to enroll our device in the following session under KMA management mode, so we just define it as KMA / with the SN number. Of course, these 3 parameters are customizable. Here is an example of your device name. So we can click Save and confirm. Next, we are going to move to the approval flow toggle. So this allows you to configure which actions that requires the admin's approval before they are executed. So just make sure if you turn those actions on, it will ask the system admin's approval every time. Next, we are going to check the default device policy. As I said before, we're going to enroll our device in the following session under KMA management mode. So we will check the default KMA device policy. Here, you can check the system settings like the Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, among the other informations, and also the permission settings. Lastly, you can custom the wallpaper. But this is the default policy setting. We can also modify them in the following device policy section. One more thing to pay attention to is the non-compliance handling under the permission settings. Here, it means once this function is enabled, the system will automatically check the device permissions. And if it's violate the compliance policies you made, the device will be automatically shut down or factory reset. So you can set this according to your organization's demand. Once those informations are checked, you can click Save and go back to the dashboard. Then we are all set for the system checking, and then we can move to the device enrollment session. Okay, now we're going to enroll our device under the KMA management mode. So here I have my Falcon 2 tablet pulse in my hand, and I'm going to enroll this device using the KC console. So first step, we need to go to the enrollment, and under the enrollment there is a device import. So on the top right corner, we will click the download template tab. So from here, we are creating an import device template, and we will fill our device information in this template. So we will click Save, and we will open this file. As you can see here, this is the template, and we will replace those informations with our device information. The first thing we need to modify is the SN number. So where to find this SN number? We will go to the device. This is our device screen. After you boost your device, it will show this screen. So you will go to the settings. From the settings, you can see this sequence of numbers. This is our SN number. You just copy it and go back to the form, replace with the information. And the second column is the manufacturer. We do not have to change anything. By default, it's IMIN technology. So the next one is the model. For the model, we also have to go back to the device side. We will check the more settings, and we scroll down to the last about device. We scroll down a little bit, and then you find the model. We copy this information, and we replace the information here. Also, the last one, we just keep it as it is. We do not have to modify anything. So after we have done the form, we will save it, export to CSV file, and we will save it to our target folder, this one, and you can also save it wherever you like. Just make sure you can find it. So we will save the file here, export, replace the file, and then we close it. And now we create an import by uploading the file that we just modified. Okay, as you can see here, we create a new operation ID. That means our import is in the progress, and we check the details. It shows that we successfully import our device. Okay, next we're going to the enrollment management tab. Under the to be managed, we can see our device here. This is our device SN number. So for the next step, we will go to the device side. Okay, I will transfer the screen to the device. Here is our device, and we're going to enroll the device. We open the KiwiCloud app here. We click register, and then you can see we successfully enrolled our device. So far, that's the session of device enrollment. After you enroll the device, you can check the enrollment status either under the enrollment management tab, or you can navigate to the device management tab. Under the device management, you can find the device list. Here is our device that just been enrolled, and you can check the details here by navigating all these tabs. Also, you can click the Actions tab to check the relevant actions that we can take on this device, but we will do it in the following session. So the next, we will move to the device grouping. This means you can actually assign your device into different groups, for example, by region, or by device type, or by device models, depending on your need. So we will first show you how to create a new group by clicking the Create Group. So here, we can define the group name. For example, we want to create a new group by region, so we will name it as Group Singapore, and we will leave the group description as blank. We will assign our device to this Falcon 2 device to this group. So we will click Submit, and then you can see a new group has been set here. You can also check the details, also take the actions like add device to this new group, or edit or delete it. At the same time, as you can see here, these are the existing groups that we can also assign our device into. For example, for this group, we can also add our device to it. You see, this is our device, and we also add to the group. Yeah, and you can see the number of device from 1 to 2. That means one device could be assigned to different groups. So yeah, that is the device grouping function. After the device grouping, we are going to deploy a device policy by navigating to the device policy tab. What does this mean? As you may remember from the very beginning, we have checked the default device policy. But here, we have the chance to modify those device policies by clicking the Create Policy, KMA policy. For example, we will name this device policy as KMA policy 1. And we click next step. Here you can see all these policies that we can make. System settings, permission settings, set custom wallpaper, and schedule tasks. So to enable each section, we will click this button, and then you can see all the buttons are activated. So we can set, for example, we can set the Wi-Fi to be enabled, and we can also disable the Bluetooth. For now, we just set this too, and we go to the custom wallpaper to enable the settings. And here are two types of wallpaper. One is the default wallpaper, and another is a custom wallpaper. The difference is the purpose for set custom wallpaper is that some of the device they have the double screen. So if in that case, you can set the custom wallpaper in order to enable the two screens with different wallpaper. But for now, we just set a default wallpaper by uploading image. Here, we choose our wallpaper. It's a pizza with mozzarella and tomato and also mushrooms. So we open it. Here you can preview your wallpaper, and we click. We have to make sure if other settings we want to change or we want to set. So far, so good. So we will go next step, and here we want to assign. We want to set the deployment scope. We want the policy to take effect on a target deployment on a single device, which is our device, and immediately. So we save it and publish. As you can see here, our policy is taking effect. So we will check the detail. As you can see, our wallpaper setting, permission setting, and so on. Okay, we will go to our device side. Oh, it takes effect. Okay, nice. So the wallpaper has been changed, and we will also check the other settings we have set before. So the Wi-Fi has been enabled, and the Bluetooth is off. It's blocked by work policy. That means it worked. Okay. So we can also take the actions by editing or redeploying or disable the policy. Next, we will go to another session, which is application policy. For the application management, we will navigate to the App Management tab over here. So under this section, we're going to introduce first how to publish different types of applications, including the enterprise public application and private applications. Next, we're going to show how to release the app policy and update. We will end this session with the kiosk policy. Okay, we will start from the beginning. We want to publish the public enterprise application as the first type. We will click here, and this is the publishing agreement. We screw down to the bottom and agree to this. Here is a space for us to upload our app APK. So we will select one to update, to upload, and we click open. The app is uploaded successfully. We click next step. Here is an overview of the application. We fill in this information, app category, compatibility scope, supported device, we choose all, and here we leave it. We click next step, the release scope to be all. We submit. Here you can see we successfully upload our public enterprise application in the app library. This is the first step. So for the next step, we will go to My App. Here we will add the application we just uploaded. We tick here and choose our soft player and add it to My App. Here you can see we have done the publishing of the first type of applications. And next, we're going to show how to publish the enterprise private applications. So the difference between these two is that those public apps can be uploaded by you, but also be used by any other third parties. And the enterprise private applications can be uploaded by you, but only be used by internal stuff. So this is the second type. Here we upload the other app APK we prepared. It's called VIA. As you can see, this application has several versions. We will try to upload the 5.0 version, which is the lower version of this type. And you can see it upload failed. The reason why it failed is because we already have this app in our My App. So if we check the details, the current version is 5.2. So if we upload the lower version, we cannot do it. So we will try to upload a advanced version. We still have 5.3 of this type. We open it, and then it uploaded successfully. We click next step and fill in the information. This to be all. Next step. We leave these settings and submit. Here you can see the details. It automatically uploads VIA to the latest version. So if we want to add a new version, we can also do it under the section tab. Here is a add new version function. We can upload any other advanced version over here. We will go back, and you can also check the version list here and also try this deactivated function. Now we have uploaded two types of applications. Next, we could move on to the app release. We navigate to the app release policy, and over here we create a KC app policy. We type the policy name as KMA app 1. So you can see several categories over here: required app and block allow list and install apps. So these are several categories that you can assign your application into. For example, the required apps are those apps that could be automatically installed on your device. For the applications in the allow list, they will not be automatically installed. You have to manually install them from the KC app on your device. We will see that afterwards. So first, for the demo purpose, we will do one under each category. So first we need to enable the required app function. Then we choose VIA as a required application. For the allow list, enable it, and we choose Salt Player as the one in the allow list. We click next step. Here we do not have to set anything. Next step. We deploy the policy for our device. And we click submit. Now the policy has been successfully deployed. We could check the details over here. Required app, VIA, allow list app, Salt Player. Then under the action, we click deploy policy and we confirm. Okay, now everything is settled. We will shift to the device screen to see how it works. Okay, now we are in the device screen. As you can see, VIA is automatically installed. And how about the Salt Player? We will check it under the KC app. As you can see, Salt Player is about to be installed. That means it is under the allow list, so we have to manually install it. We click install. Then you can see the Salt Player is installed here. Great. Then we go back. We will continue to the kiosk policy. So how to create a kiosk policy? Same, we create a new one over here, and we name the policy name as KMA kiosk 1. So for here, we choose the multi-app, meaning that we can put several apps under the kiosk mode. And specifically, for the kiosk policy, we need to include this app at the same time with the apps that we want to put into the kiosk mode, because this is an app especially made for the kiosk policy. So we choose VIA and the Salt Player, and we click next step. Here we can define the kiosk password when we want to exit the kiosk mode. For example, we just randomly set a password for the demo purpose, and then we click next step. We deploy it to our target device, and submit. Okay, now we have made a kiosk policy. Oh, it took effect on our device over here. So as you can see, the device is already into the kiosk mode with the two applications that we select. We enter into one application, then we want to exit. Enter into one, exit. And if we want to exit the kiosk mode, how could we do that? The solution is we tap the screen with 2 fingers for more than 6 times to trigger this password input window. So from here, we will input our password that we just set to exit the kiosk. Here you can see we have successfully done. So another way to exit from the kiosk mode is through the action function over here. We could disable the policy. And then you can see we have end the kiosk mode. Now we're going to introduce the daily operations for the device management. Over here, we will find our device from the device management device list. And you can check the details of our Falcon 2 device, the applications we have installed on the device, and the policies associated to the device as well. You can check any of these tabs for further details. We close here and we move to the Action tab. So here are the actions that we can take to our device. We can try the first one, lock device. First, we need to set up a lock screen password. And we click Submit to see how it works on our device. Over here, you can see our device has been locked. And how to unlock it? Same. Under the Actions tab, you can find the Unlock Device function. Okay, it will take effect immediately. So the next one we are going to try is Enable Lost Mode. This means every time the device is reported as lost, it will trigger this function if you set. So the password, we also need to set a password beforehand to trigger this function. We submit. As you may hear, there is a special effect sound triggered by the lost mode function. So how to disable it? Same. We choose the disable lost mode function here, and then the operation sent successfully. We can see from our device side. Okay. Next, we're going to see the. Let's try the device location, and now I'm going to introduce the map management function. Here you can see all the location details of your device, the last update time and current location. Also, you can enable the lost mode functions over here, and you can try the location history. Here you can see our device, the exact location of our device. And next, I'm going to introduce the geofencing. So geofencing is a location-based control feature that allows your organization to manage device based on their physical location. In simple terms, it lets you define a virtual boundary on the map, what we call a geofence. So how does it work? Let's try to create a geofencing policy. We define the geofencing name as GF1. So we select our device over here. And here is a tab called Event Operation. So which means whenever a device enters or exits the defined area, it will trigger a predefined action. So here are 2 types of trigger condition, enter trigger and exit trigger. So we choose the enter trigger. You can see here, this is the predefined action that we can take on our device, whether it will be reboot, shutdown, or lock when the device enters the trigger, the defined area. So we will choose maybe lock, and here we are going to set a password. Same password. Oh, sorry. Screen lock prompt. Okay, enter a lock screen prompt. Oh, that means you will input something. Please report this device at 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. We can also send a notification email to our email. You can also input your email over here. Okay, I will skip this part for the demo purpose. So we'll create. Now you can see the geofence we have just set. You can also edit it or delete. So for the demo purpose, we don't want our device to be locked frequently, so we will delete this geofence policy. And now you know how to create a geofencing. And you can check the geofence logs over here, and so on and so forth. Next, we are going to one more thing about geofencing. So we go back to the device location, and over here, location history, and find our geofence. So as I said before, we just set our geofencing policy. You can also adjust the geofencing range by toggling this square. So it depends on how much you want to cover, how big the range you want to cover for the geofence. Okay, that's for the geofencing. So we will go back to the device management device list to find our device and see how and what the other actions we can take. Another one, which is very important, is remote assistance. So now I'm going to introduce the remote assistance by AnyDesk. So AnyDesk is a very well-known software for remote assistance. So KiwiCloud is enabling AnyDesk in our KC console to manage the device in remote support. So first we will download the AnyDesk. Okay, we will download over here. Now we have downloaded the AnyDesk client on our PC. So we can start launching AnyDesk by open. Here you can see my AnyDesk from the PC side. We will check it from our device side. As you can see here, we click the recent session, and we will check it from the device. And we have granted all the permissions over here automatically. So we click accept and start recording or casting with AnyDesk by entire screen. And we click start. Now we have successfully connected from the KC console to our device through AnyDesk. I will show the double screen. This is our device screen, and I will show and the two screens. This is from our PC, and I will put them on the same screen next to each other. So this is our KC console, and this is our device screen. I'll try to do some operations from the KC console to our device, and then you can see how the remote assistant works. First, I will try to send a message from the KC console to the device. Let's see, hello there. And you can see simultaneously the message is sent to the device. Okay, and next I'll try to send a file from the console set to the device. We will see there is an icon here. We click the file manager and we choose a file. It's a PDF file, and we click upload. You can see the progress here. Less than 10 seconds, it has finished. So we will find the file over here. You can see it was successfully transferred. We can check from our device side. We click here, and we choose the download. We can choose the Falcon to our device, and you can see the file has been successfully transferred to our device. Okay, now I have demoed two functions of AnyDesk, and you can either send a message or you can send a file from your PC to the target device. So far, there are, of course, other functions from the remote assistance from AnyDesk you can try. For example, you can set password, or you can do a recording, or whichever you like. So you can explore more features from the AnyDesk to your device to achieve the remote assistance. Okay, we'll go back to, here are the things that I want to demo for the remote assistance part. We will go back to our KC console. Over here, we close the AnyDesk, So the last part I'm going to demo is the device retirement. So again, we find our device from the device management device list. Over here, we can see there is a option, revoke configuration. This is the step for you to retire your device. You can choose either erase the device data or no. And you can also set the device status to unenrolled or retire. If you choose the unenrolled option, then you can re-enroll the device without importing the data, the device data, because it's still in our KC console. But if you choose to retire the device, you have to import the device data by the previous template. You input the device into the CSV file and import. So it depends on your requirement. The operation reasons we can say test, and for the demo purpose, we're not going to revoke it. But if you revoke your device under the unenrolled, we can try it. Then there will pop up a message to remind you all the information, all the stored data on this device will be permanently erased and cannot be recovered. So the device status will change to unenrolled. For the other option, the device status will change to retire. So that means it could not be used by the organization, and you have to re-import the device again. Okay, so far that's all the necessary operations for managing the device throughout its life cycle. Thanks for listening to the demo, and I hope you would start using the KC console to manage your device. KiwiCloud is a very, very powerful and useful UEM, and it offers a lot of flexible functions as I demoed throughout those sessions, but there are still much more to explore. I only demo for a few points, a few necessary functions, but there are still many other functions. Like for example, you can check the retired device from here under each management mode, and you can also try to add files from the content management. So I will demo this part from the GMA management mode, so don't worry. So far, I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you in the next demo. It's about a GMA. Okay, thank you so much.